So guys, welcome to another episode of my Chelsea Career Mode here for FIFA 16. Today we're at episode 12 of Season 1 and thank you guys so much for support on my recent videos. It's great to be back uploading videos for you guys, and this Chelsea Career Mode has been an awesome series so far. We're playing so good and it's just been an awesome series. The interaction has been insane and thank you guys so much for supporting me and the channel. So if you guys do go on to enjoy today's episode, feel free to leave a like rating, make sure to drop a comment down below that I can respond to. I do respond to all of your guys' comments. Subscribe also if you are new around here, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both links will be down below in the description. But without further ado, let's jump into the gameplay of today's episode. We're going to start off today's episode with a huge game against Manchester United. This is at Stamford Bridge. We've been sitting first in the Premier League all season. Just recently, Man City are now sitting in the first position, but we do have a game in hand. We win this game, we do jump back into first in the Premier League. It's so intense at the top of the table, guys, which means we do have to continue picking up those victories. So this game against Manchester United is going to be a huge one. United, such a strong side here, obviously in this Career Mode series, one of the top sides. But in the 11th minute, it was actually Darmian. It was actually the Italian defender who did have a chance on goal, but it was a save from Thibaut Courtois. In the 15th minute, Diego Costa plays the ball through to find Pogba, and Pogba with a one-on-one chance against his former side, and his shot goes straight at David De Gea. As we take a look at the match facts, 50% possession for each team, 2 shots, 2 on target also for each team. It was a really even first half. So going into the second half, we have to pick up at least a goal, obviously, to pick up 3 points. It really is important that we do pick up wins here against teams like Manchester United, Man City, especially because they are sitting in first position. But in the 68th minute, John Obi Mikel plays the ball to find Diego Costa, who plays it to Traore, who is actually going to put that one into the back of the net. It's 1-0 against Manchester United. And in the 69th minute, Diego Costa, who is usually scoring the goals this season, he's been playing insane. Diego Costa is actually the top goal scorer in the Premier League this season, but this time he assisted this one. He played the ball to find Traore, and to be honest, David De Gea should have done way better there. Should have at least saved that one, or at least get a hand to it. But we do lead 1-0 here against Manchester United, as in the 88th minute, it's Fellaini. Yes, Fellaini has scored for United, and it's now 1-1 in the 88th minute. United did hit back quite well. Obviously, Darmian down the wing, he did play it inside to find Mata, who played it to, I think it was Rashford there, who did play it through to Fellaini with a back heel, and obviously Fellaini did put that one into the back of the net, as the game is going to end in a 1-1 draw to start off today's episode. I'll take a 1-1 draw against United. 1 point from the game at Stamford Bridge to start off today's episode, but we're looking to obviously hit back in the next game and pick up 3 points. But this is a huge episode. It's not going to get easier because the next game of today's episode is at the Emirates, and it is against Arsenal. United and Arsenal in the same episode is just insane, and we have to keep up that good form, because as you guys can see, Man City have come out of nowhere and they are now 1 point behind us in the Premier League table. Literally, Man City have come out of nowhere. We've been sitting first in the Premier League all season. We've been way ahead of other teams, but City, as of late, have been picking up wins, and they're now right behind us, only 1 point behind us. But before that highlight before you guys did find out the league table, before you guys did see the league table, I received an international management offer from Brazil. And earlier on this series, I did ask you guys if you guys did want me to do an international management, and loads of you guys did say yes. I did have some suggestion from Germany, Argentina, and I did hold off for that, and there is a reason why I am holding off for that, but I am thinking about accepting the Brazilian job and being the international manager for Brazil. So do you agree with me? Do you want me to sign for Brazil? Drop it down in the comment section down below. Make sure you let me know. Let's interact down below. But the next game of today's episode, like I did say, is against Arsenal. This is at the Emirates, and it doesn't get easier. These are coming to the end of the season. We are going to be having some huge games. Remember, we still have to play City again. We've only played them once this season. We still have to play Man City again later on this season, and this is just the beginning for the road to the end of the season. This is only the beginning. It's only going to get harder, especially we're in the Champions League. We're in the round of 16 of the Champions League, and our opponent in the round of 16 of the Champions League is Barcelona, and that is going to be a huge cup tie, and that will be in the next episode, so make sure you don't miss it. As we take a look at my Chelsea side, Marco Reus will be coming into the lineup. Willian, Diego Costa, Falcao, Loftus-Cheek will be starting alongside Cesc Fabregas, as Pastore will be actually rested for this game. As in the 24th minute of this game, it's actually Oscar, the former Chelsea man, who did sign for Arsenal during the January transfer window. He did depart the club for £40 million. It was an insane transfer done. But in the 36th minute, Marco Reus making his one to goal, save from Peter Cech. The rebound falls to Cesc Fabregas, who actually scores against his former side. We all know Fabregas used to play for Arsenal. It's now 1-0 in the 36th minute. And we lead Arsenal, and it's awesome to see. But just remember, we're leading United earlier on in today's episode. We're actually leading United, and they came back to make it 1-1 at full time. In the 41st minute, it's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with the chance. He could have made it 1-1 also for Arsenal, but this time his shot did go wide of the goal. As in the early stages of the second half, Ramsey's on the ball. He plays it inside to find Chamberlain, who plays it to Oscar, who plays it back to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and yet again, Courtois has to pull off a save. Arsenal were coming back into this game, and yet again, this time in the 58th minute, Ramsey is actually going to turn the ball over. Royce plays it to Falcao, who plays it to Diego Costa. Now, Falcao making his one to goal. He doesn't have the pace to do so. He takes a shot, save from Peter Cech, and yet again, it's a save from Peter Cech, but there is a player for the rebound. This time, it's Diego Costa who picks up the goal. It's 2-0 in the 60th minute, and the Premier League top goal scorer, Diego Costa, picks up a goal. Obviously, we're now 2-0 up against Arsenal, and surely we're going to be picking up 3 points here at the Emirates, hitting back well after a 1-1 draw against United. And obviously, Diego Costa doing what Diego Costa does do so well this Premier League season, and that is picking up a goal. In the 81st minute, Marco Reus has his chance on goal, and that one almost going in from about 30 yards out, save from Peter Cech. But resulting in that, we do have a corner. Marco Reus now with the corner, trying to find a man inside the area, and I think it was Diego Costa or Willian who did get a header onto that one, and yet again, Peter Cech does pull off the save. If Peter Cech wasn't in goals, this game surely would have been a 3 or 4-0 win to ourselves. But right at the end, in the 90th minute, it's Alexis Sanchez who does pick up a goal. It's now 2-1 with, obviously, we're in stoppage time. Could Arsenal maybe get a late goal and get a shocking result at 2-2? But it was not meant to be, as the game is actually going to end in a 2-1 victory to Arsenal at the Emirates, and that is a fantastic win, because obviously Arsenal are sitting in the top 4, and we definitely do want to get away from these top 4 teams and obviously try and push away from Manchester City. As before we will be ending off today's episode, we'll be having a squad report, but let's head into the final game of today's episode. Obviously 3 games per episode, and we come up against Nottingham Forest, and this is in the FA Cup. Just remember that, guys, that this is in the FA Cup, and so far this FA Cup campaign, we're doing well. Obviously, we're still in the early stages of the FA Cup, and it definitely is a competition that I want to try and win. The FA Cup is a pretty doable competition, and a competition we could be winning. As we take a look at my Chelsea side, and I have made a few changes. Obviously, a team like Nottingham Forest, we should get past them, but I'm still playing the likes of Pogba, Traore, Pedro, Pastore, John Obi, Mikel, Begovic will be starting in goals, and it is a pretty strong Chelsea side, but obviously loads of changes, as Diego Costa had the first chance on goal in the 22nd minute. His header is going to be saved from the goalkeeper. As to push on into the 44th minute, it's Nottingham Forest who are on the attack, playing the ball around inside the area. They take the shot, and Begovic has to pull off a save there. So Forest not being shy on goal. They are having their chances on goals. In the 77th minute, they do have the ball. They play it back to their goalkeeper, and now their goalkeeper is actually going to turn the ball over. Traore with the interception, making his run to goal. He took one touch too many, and his shot went straight at the goalkeeper, and that was an easy save there from the Forest goalkeeper, resulting in that Traore with the cross. And it really is a Nottingham Forest ball, and that is how this game is actually going to end. It's going to end in a 0-0 draw, which means we're going to a FA Cup replay against Nottingham Forest, and in an FA Cup replay, anything could happen. Forest could be defeating us and moving into the next round of the FA Cup, but highly unlikely, but anything could happen, guys. Remember that this first leg has ended in a 0-0 draw. We're going into Stamford Bridge, and surely we cannot be eliminated in the FA Cup. Obviously, this is in the round of 16 or round of 32. I didn't actually see it as we did go past it, but Pastore, obviously he's the player that we are training for this upcoming month. As like I did say, we will be having a squad report to end off today's episode. So we take a look at the players. Thibaut Courtois, obviously he's had an insane season. Marquinhos has gone up by 1, obviously starting alongside Kurt Zouma in the starting 11. As you guys can see how the players are developing so far this season. Pogba's gone up to an 81, Hazard's gone up to an 89, Traore's gone up by 1. He's only 75 overall, but in game Traore plays like an 82 and 83 overall. Definitely a player that you guys do want to pick up in your career mode series for all you guys that are doing your own career mode. So like I did say, thank you guys so much for support on this series so far. Can you guys go and support this video by leaving a like rating? Make sure to drop a comment down below that I can respond to, and also subscribe if you are new around here. I have been covering some FIFA 17 news, and thank you guys so much for support on those videos. It's something that I haven't really done on the channel at all, and you guys obviously showing your support, and thank you guys so much for making this channel what it is today. I'll see you all in my next video. Make sure you don't miss it, as we'll be facing Barcelona in the Champions League.